And what's up, replay viewers? Let's see who tunes on in. Wilbs driving the Northern Line, first one in the room, and Travis Weeks, welcome. Good to see you, Lee. Good afternoon, and Oleg Zidnievev, welcome. Slava Ukraini. Good to see you, Sarah C. and Lisa UK girl, welcome. Good to see you, Din Din down there in Trinidad, and Tin K. Good to see you. Who else do we have here? We have Activity 79 in Sweden and Sebastian Cavera. Good to see you. Good to see you, Dave Jeffries in Niagara Falls and Robert Jackson in London. Welcome. Good to see you, Karen Smith. Happy Monday. Danny D. Welcome to the show, Danny D. And Diana Lee's in London. Welcome. Good to see you, Edgar Gonzalez. Welcome. Good to see you, Sean. Bagels and Walks. Hey, everybody follow Bagels and Walks. Sean walked around the entire borough of Manhattan on, what was it? Was that Saturday or Sunday? He did the great saunter, so I hope you're feeling better. Hope you're feeling well. That was Saturday. Hope you're feeling better. Hope your feet have recovered. But good to see everybody, people. Let's let some more people check on in before we begin to make our way. It's just a relaxing beach walk today, nothing special. We'll get back to all the cool art exhibits and all the cool stuff tomorrow. The Duchess has a wonderful show lined up for us tomorrow, as always. But I hope everyone's having a great Monday. I'm having a nice lazy Monday today. Cloudy skies here, Sean. I highly doubt we're going to get a sunset. The sun was peeking out just a few minutes ago, and we just lost the sun. But even though it's cloudy and the wind is coming off the water, it's still very warm up here. I'm in a t-shirt. Good to see you, Tracy Taylor. Welcome. I wish we could ride the Cyclone still. I wish I could take you guys on the Cyclone. It is all closed, though. Enjoy Nantucket. Welcome to the show. And Nebul, bienvenue. Everyone follow Nebul, a great live streamer from the south of France. Everyone check out Nebul's channel. Nebul goes live most Sundays in the morning, Eastern time, like 9 in the morning Eastern time. But good to see you, Nebul. Bienvenue. It's nice to see the beach. Yeah, we got the sirens going off, as they always do here in Coney. We're back in civilization. At least I'm not in Rochester. We have, oh my goodness, we are at a 50% ratio here. 49 people watching and 25 likes. Hit the like button. Let's get to 50 likes, and then we'll activate the legs. Let's get to 50 likes, and we'll activate the legs. We're going to do around 10,000 steps today. Nothing too crazy. Good to see you, Jerry. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. JR's Urban Adventures over there in San Antonio. Welcome. That's the sign of the police, indeed. Jeanette Schrainer, good to see you. The sirens agree with me. Yes, indeed, that we are back in civilization. Hey, at least I'm not in Rochester. I'm never going to complain about New York City ever again. I am never going to complain about New York ever again. At least I'm not in Rochester. But now I have like this weird obsession with abandoned stuff in Rochester, so I might have to go back just to stare at the abandoned stuff. But good to see you, Jeanette Trainer, out there in Glasgow. Griffiths in Vancouver, Canada. Welcome. Keep on hitting that like button, guys. Let's get to 50 likes, and then we'll activate the legs. Good to see you, Carlos, right here in Brooklyn. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a great Monday or Tuesday if you're watching in New Zealand or Australia. And all points east. I'm never going to complain about New York ever again. I swear to God. Never going to complain about it. I saw there's abandoned skyscrapers down there. There's abandoned skyscrapers up there, really. It's north. Good to see you, sunshine after rain. Welcome. Yeah, abandoned buildings. Yeah, got to be careful if you explore them. Absolutely. Sky is beautiful, even though it's cloudy. Yeah, I'm hoping for that sun to peek out. The sun was peeking out as I was setting up the stream. It is still warm, though, out here. This D Bear. Good to see you there. Welcome. Good to see everybody, people. Hope everyone's having a great day. Hope everyone had a great Monday. Monday, May 6th, 2024. Here on the East Coast, it's 4:50 in the afternoon, -4 GMT. It's about 70 degrees here in Coney at the moment, so nice and warm. And the water temperature is also pretty warm, too. The water temperatures are already up to like 52 degrees Fahrenheit, so water temperature coming up, too, a bit. But good to see you there, Memzatobe. Welcome. Yeah, help me activate my legs there, Memzatobe. I appreciate that. Let's get to 50 likes. Let's keep that 2/3 ratio down to a minimum. As long as we keep that 2/3 ratio down to a minimum, a lot more people, a lot new people could find this channel and maybe discover a little something different in the live stream world. But Sean did what? How long was that, Sean? You were live for like 10 hours or something like that. Sean walked the entire outline of Manhattan Island on Saturday. That was kind of crazy. Danny D says that if I go back to Rochester, go to Abbott's Frozen Custard. That's your mom's favorite place when you used to always go there when you used to see your aunt. Awesome. Your aunt and cousin. Nice. Yeah, everyone asked me to get what was it called? A garbage plate. Didn't get around to getting a garbage plate. We're up to 46 now, Memzatope, so make sure you refresh. Good to see you, ABX girl. Welcome. Yeah, 10.5 hours. Too many blisters. Yes, you haven't worn shoes since Saturday. I feel you, Sean. I will need a good 3 days off after I did that myself. So, job well done, Sean, especially for being live the entire time. And I like the time lapse. Sean did a time lapse too, of the great saunter, and I literally just watched that about an hour ago. So that was pretty cool. Going places is an experience. Always, Diana. Always. Jay Chulo. Good to see you, Jay. Welcome. Your little brother did not. Your little brother did, but not there. Okay, awesome. But good to see everybody, people. ABX girl. If I missed you, welcome on into the show. I don't think I've missed anyone. But good to see you there. Absolutely there, Sean. That is definitely an accomplishment. I can honestly say the Great Saunter is right up there with the New York City Marathon. Just going to comment on the time lapse. Yeah, it's really good, RoboJax. Yeah, really, really good. Jack Spencer, good to see you. Donna Knight, welcome on into the show. Good day. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Monday. We have 50 likes in the box. 65 people watching. Let's get the legs activated, people. Good to see you, Steelhard. Welcome. Yeah, obsessing over videos of Rochester today on YouTube. Pretty funny. Good to see you, Neville. Welcome. Where has the sun gone? It's behind clouds, Neville. But good to see you. The sun has gone behind clouds. Keep on hitting that thumbs up, guys. Keep on hitting that thumbs up. If you haven't said hello, there's about 20 of you that haven't said hello. Say hello. If you're new to the broadcast, tell me where you're watching from. Let me give you a shout out. And of course, shout out to all the people who watch and are not subscribed. Shout out to subscribers, non-subscribers, and everything in between. Hey, become a member at Dutch Moz Plus. Get me one step closer to living in this building. If I get 1,000 channel members, I could live in this building and do YouTube full time. So, help my dream come true. How was leaving the wooded area? You know, Lisa, it wasn't too bad, Lisa. You know, it wasn't too bad. The whole thing about the wooded area that was called the Lower Falls in Rochester. It's like one way in, one way out, and there were some interesting individuals. They were all just drinking beer, smoking blunts, but it was an interesting variety of characters in that area. Evidently, we went to a very dangerous area of Rochester the first night we were there. So, and then when we went to the museum, that was actually the kind of nicer area we were in. So, Eric Mendoza, good to see you. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great on this Monday. OGTJ from Finland, good to see you. Absolutely, Diana, well done. Well done time lapse indeed. Good to see you, John Lore, welcome. And Frank Marcia out there in Tampa Bay, Florida. Good to see you, Frank. When I think of Tampa Bay, Florida, I think of Busch Gardens. And yeah, was our hotel in a dangerous? No, Lisa, the hotel was actually not necessarily in a dangerous area. It's just a very desolate area because there's not much going on in downtown Rochester. There's literally nothing going on in downtown Rochester, which is kind of eye-opening. Good to see you, Scally Skipico. Welcome. Hope you're doing well, Sally, on this lazy Monday. Well, for me, it's a lazy Monday. I go back to work tomorrow. But, you know, like our area in where we stayed in downtown, right off the inner loop, which, by the way, the inner loop, a highway that destroyed Rochester. But there's like literally nothing. There was nothing open. there was literally nothing open. And it was very disconcerting seeing the guy who we saw at the Abraham Lincoln plaque. It was very disturbing seeing him kind of strung out on the street, and you know, he was looking for cigarette butts and shit. It was sad. That's the thing that's gonna like kind of last with me, because he seemed like a nice individual. He seemed like he just wanted somebody to talk to. So anyway, let's catch up with the comments. Yep, Tampa Bay, Florida. Good to see you, Frank. CB Earth Day. Good to see you, CB Earth Day. Trisha. Good to see you, Trisha. On the Upper West Side. Welcome. Ooh, it's a May holiday in the United Kingdom. Nice. Enjoy. Good to see you, John Capola, down there in Florida. And Into the Lens, welcome. Cindy Gomez. Good to see you, Cindy and Terry Gomez, out there in Lansing, Michigan. Michigan Pure. Good to see you there. Welcome. Good to see you, Phyllis. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing well on this Monday. Lazy Monday. 85 people watching, 60 likes. Keep on hitting that like button. Let's get to 75 likes. Yeah, Lisa. I'm just kind of, it kind of broke my heart seeing him just a few hours later. It was a scene. I mean, just going to, here's the story. So me and the Duchess, we wanted some seltzer to drink. And so I went to the closest store to our hotel, which is like 3 blocks away. And on that 3-block walk, I noticed, first of all, there was no stores, no bar, no nothing open. There was literally nothing. And then there was some construction going on, some road construction going on. And then there was just like interesting characters like in the doorways of buildings, a couple of people shooting up heroin, and one guy was like happily rolling a blunt while listening to a Bluetooth speaker and stuff like that. So it was a scene, to say the least. It was a scene. But Todd Scott with a $3 super chat. Todd Scott, thank you so much for the very generous $3 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $3 club. Much appreciated. The big $3 super chat. And that $3 will be going to probably our $3 cab to go back home to the house. So thank you so much. Todd Scott with a big $3 super chat. Hope you and family are doing well out there in central Pennsylvania. Good to see you, Robert T. Welcome. We should succeed? No, John. I don't think we should succeed. I don't think we should succeed. New York State is just good the way it is. Frank Marcia says that his granddaughter just moved back to Tampa from Rochester, lived there 8 years, couldn't stand it. Yeah! I mean, Frank, you know, there is an arts scene, but it's like an empty city. It's like an abandoned city. And that's the thing that is going to, I think that's what's going to be the lasting thing for me, is that it's an abandoned city. And we saw the good side of it, and we saw the bad side of it. So we saw both sides of it. And the street that we were on, Lake Street or Lake Avenue, there was a shooting on that street the night we walked that street. That's when we went up to that Rose Garden, and we went to the lower falls. But yeah, a freaking abandoned. But I think New York State's just great the way it is. Literally, New York State has everything to offer. So other than, we don't have deserts here in New York State, but we have everything else. So leave it alone. I don't think New York City should secede. I think we're fine just the way it is, but yeah, it's kind of sad. Yeah, industry left, the city fell apart. Evidently the Kodak building is not empty. Kodak still operates in some fashion, and there is still a small factory in Rochester also. But nothing like the industry that used to be there 40 years ago, 50 years ago. Good to see you, Dwayne, out there in Alberta, Canada. New York City is way safer. Oh yeah, CB Earth Day, absolutely. Absolutely. New York City is way safer than Rochester, New York. It's just sad because Rochester is naturally it's in a beautiful spot. The river, the Genesee River, is really nice. It's only one of 2 rivers that flow north in North America, which is interesting. But evidently that one warm day, that first night we were there, was like the first real warm night up there, and a lot of people were out. A lot of people were out. Stephanie Knorr, good to see you, Stephanie. Let's get to 75 likes, 88 people watching. 88 miles an hour. The beach it's nice and beautiful down here. I mean, I am never going to complain about New York ever again. I swear to God, I'm never going to complain about New York ever again. We are in a very beautiful spot here. So, yeah. I'm very grateful to have grown up here and I hope that Rochester, you know, gets back on track. Good to see you, Neil, out there in Flatbush. Great Scott, that's right. 88 miles an hour. Got 88, 89 people watching now. 76 likes. Thank you so much for everyone who has hit the like button. Much appreciated on this May 6, 2024, 5 o'clock, 5:01 in the evening now. Yeah, we have ocean here, that's right. Ah, you left for Tampa back in 1971. Wow, you've seen a lot of change in Florida. My grandparents moved from New York City to Florida, to Central Florida, in 1969, 1970. And in my grandfather's pictures, you can just see the change. It's just crazy how there used to be just, in some spots, trees everywhere. Now there's a whole bunch of developments, and it's amazing how much Florida has changed in the last 50 years. But who's Scott and why is he so great? I think it's a figure of speech. Good to see you, Barbara C. Welcome. Good to see you, DeBailey, out there in London. Every time you visit another city, it reminds you of how great New York is, right? Rochester is the beginning of the Rust Belt, yeah. No, the parks are gorgeous in Rochester, yeah, Din. The natural areas in Rochester were very impressive. Good to see you, Ramona, down there in North Carolina. Welcome. Neville states that he once saw a couple from Rochester visit Toronto. They were taking pictures of the signs in your version of Times Square. Cool. Yeah. I was actually watching a video. A YouTuber. He did a lot of like vlogs on medium to small cities in New York State, and he's from Toronto, so he was talking about how like everyone comments how clean Toronto is, but Rochester, you know, considering it's pretty clean. We didn't see like, you know, crazy piles of garbage everywhere and stuff like that. But considering that we were in downtown Rochester, there was nothing going on, like literally nothing going on. Like it seems like everything closed down at like 5 in the afternoon. Good to see I Love the 80s, welcome. I could imagine, yeah, Tampa has changed so much in the years. Yeah, downtown Tampa get new high rises, yeah. Yeah, skyline evolving quite rapidly in the Tampa Bay area. I could even remember as a kid going to Clearwater, Florida in the 80s, how it was just like very sparse. And then by the end of the 80s into the 90s, and then especially into the early 2000s, completely different vibe. Good to see you there. Autumn Alluring, good to see you. Am I coming to the Mermaid Market on Sunday? Love to meet the man behind the camera. I'm gonna try to get to that. The Duchess wants to find maybe some more accoutrement for her mermaid parade costume. So I don't want to say yes just yet, but most likely I think we're going to be hitting it up. By the way, this Sunday, Coney Island, USA, 1208 Surf Avenue, going to have a kind of a mermaid themed market where you could buy some cool handmade craft stuff, art, and other stuff to add to your mermaid parade costume if you're looking for something unique. So that's happening this Sunday from, 12 noon to about 6 in the afternoon. You pleased the roses were in bloom? Absolutely. Absolutely. You didn't like, I didn't like me in danger, but I have to admit, you love seeing the sketchy areas. Yeah, that's all part of the live stream, Lisa, so we got to see all the areas. Big Juice asks, am I wearing flip-flops? No, I'm not. I'm wearing my regular sneakers. I don't like flip-flops. I don't like flip-flops. I don't like how they feel on my feet. The last time I wore flip-flops was when I took the Duchess to the QC Day Spa on Governor's Island. Other than that, I don't remember the last time I wore flip-flops before that. So I don't like flip-flops. Dave JR out there in Dartmouth. Good to see you. Good to see everybody, people. We're doing fantastic on the like ratio. 97 people watching and 87 likes. Keep on hitting that like button, guys. It is much appreciated. It will help the channel out tremendously. Oh, we got somebody in the water. Look at this, how warm the water is. 52 degrees from when I read just before I started the stream. It got warm quick. Good to see you, Arjun Aloha. Welcome. Sal Muscles. Good to see you, Sal. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, patchy blue. The sun was peeking out just a few minutes ago, Diana Lee, when I was setting up, when I was setting up the stream. Sun was peeking out. So we're going to be here to at least 7 o'clock. So we're hanging out. And maybe the sky will give us a little bit of a show. Tomorrow, we should be on a little bit earlier in the afternoon. And the Duchess found us a really cool art installation. I have a feeling this art installation we're going to visit multiple times over the month here. Yeah, the sun's been in and out, yeah. Yeah, Frank, you were stationed on Governor's Island. I remember that. Yeah, lived in the high-rise buildings that are now the hills. You know, it was crazy when they imploded those high-rise buildings. I heard it outside my window in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. I actually heard the collapse. It was pretty incredible watching it on TV on Channel 1 and then hearing the actual building come down. It's pretty incredible. CB Earth, they're beautiful. Yes, indeed. Nice. The clouds. Sun is playing hide and seek. Yeah, it's like an eclipse, but it's clouds. It's like an eclipse, but it's clouds. Good to see you, Karen J. McLean. Welcome. Hope you're doing well up there in Canada. Keeping it chill. Right now, just walking the beach. Did I think it was an earthquake? No. No. Sky is playing peekaboo. Yes, indeed. Photos from around New York. Welcome. And when the earthquake hit, by the way, I talked about this. I thought my washer and dryer was running. I thought the washer and dryer just outside my bedroom was running. But I was like, nobody's doing laundry in the house. Anyway. Cloudy day here in Coney. Cloudy day here in Coney. Back to regular programming tomorrow. Got some fun stuff to show y'all tomorrow. Any ships around? Let's see. Let's see if there are any ships around. You stared out there. Oh, you're out there with the scarf on? No, I don't see any ships out. Oh, I see one ship way out there. We got one cargo ship way out yonder. And that's coming into New York Harbor. You need to be at the sea in the forest? Absolutely, me too. It felt like the subway was underneath. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the earthquake was like the subway train rumbling by. And then once you realized what was happening, it stopped. And now the media is making like big deals about like 1.8 and 2.1 aftershocks. It's like, okay, we really can't feel that. Wow, this is concrete. This is concrete right here. I wonder where this came off from. Yep, Met Gala's tonight there. Yes, indeed, the Illuminati's having their big party tonight. Very dramatic views indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Tuesday sunny, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday rain. Well, not all day, but yes, we got rain chances Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, sorry, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wow, that's like, and it's somehow floating too, which is crazy. There's like rebar in it and shit. But good to see you, Marty. Welcome. Yeah, I thought that was wood too. It's floating around, but it's some kind of concrete, or like concrete with like rebar in it. Who knows how far that came from? I always think about that whenever I see large pieces of debris like that on the beach. It's like, where did that come from? What is the journey? What is the story behind that? I remember when Hurricane Sandy hit, underneath the Verizon Bridge, there was this whole big collection of plastic tables and chairs. And then I actually found out that they all came from a restaurant in Staten Island. So, yeah, hopefully nobody was tied to that concrete. Yeah, hopefully not. And probably from an old pier. Who knows? An old pier or wharf. But yeah, I found out that this whole plastic furniture set was from a single restaurant in Staten Island. And pretty far in Staten Island, too. But it all stayed together and made its way all the way underneath the Verizon Bridge. Hurricane Sandy was a little crazy, to say the least. We hit 100 likes. Keep on hitting that like button. Let's get to 115 likes. That'll be fantastic. Lets me know you care. It'll help more people find the broadcast. Yeah, there was stuff floating in the water for months after Sandy. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff just milling about. See that parachute jump? Shout out to all the channel members. Thanks to all the channel members. This broadcast is brought to us in 1080p. Thanks to all the channel members. I do remember the piano, of course. But one of us. Thank you so much for all the channel members. One of us. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring my channel. It is deeply appreciated. Has it been more rainy lately? I would say it has. I mean, it rained. When did it rain? It rained like last night or something like that? Yeah, we had like showers come in. By the way, that's the new graphic for if you become a channel member. So I gotta show it to you guys now. And if you don't know what that clip was from, this clip was from the movie Freaks. And there's a gooba gaba, gooba gaba, gooba gaba. One of us. Yes. And that's where that little clip comes from. If you've never seen that movie, I believe that movie's from the 1940s. Featuring actual sideshow freaks. Yeah, every weekend for months. Yeah, I think so, yeah. But awesome movie indeed. Awesome movie indeed. Let's see here. Frank says that he used to find people floating in the rivers up here. The NYPD will call the Coast Guard for the floaters. Yeah, that's usually the protocol. That's usually the protocol for it. Yep, Freaks is from, oh, there you go. Freaks from the 1930s. There you go. It's even older than that. I stand corrected. Thank you so much, Neville, for correcting me. Gooba gabba, one of us. Good to see you, John Burke. Welcome. RJ's checking on in from Colorado. Welcome. Yeah, 73 degrees here in Brooklyn. Nice and warm. I was going to come out in a hoodie, but I'm like, you know what? I don't need the hoodie. And once it gets cold, I'm just going to go right back home anyway. So I'll freeze for a little bit. I'll be comfy now. Tomorrow is going to be downright hot. We're expecting a high temperature in the low 80s. Ooh, Freak is now available on Blu-ray from the Criterion Collection. Awesome. That's pretty cool. As we make our way down the beach. Down the beach. Yeah, back into the 80s. Helena Bridge, welcome. Yeah, back into the 80s, back into the warm weather. I'm worried that it's going to be so warm tomorrow the phone's going to overheat. And I will be getting a new phone in the next couple of weeks. So we're going to upgrade to an iPhone 15 by the end of this month. Me and my mom, we're on the same family plan. Me and my mom have been due for a phone for quite some time. But mom loves her iPhone 8. I love my iPhone 12 Pro, but they've both been acting really funny the last couple of months, so it's time to retire the old girls and get some new phones into the mix. Yeah, wear sunblock, stay hydrated. Absolutely. I work outside, so yeah, I wear sunblock and I stay hydrated. So I know the routine, very well aware of it. But got to figure out how to keep the phone cool. I'm going to have to take the phone out of the case to live stream tomorrow because it's going to be warm. You know, once we get live streaming, the phone kind of maintains a certain temperature, a certain heat. And when it gets hot, it's kind of hard for the phone to dissipate that energy, that heat energy. So the Steeplechase parachute jump. Right there, a relic from the 1939-1940 World's Fair. The Lifesavers parachute jump from that World's Fair. Bird over here in 1941. My machines have done sterling work, absolutely. Considering I've had this iPhone since 2020, it was the pandemic phone. So, you always take the phone out of the case? Yeah, it depends on the temperature, Nebul. Yeah, right now it's kind of cool, so I could afford to keep the phone in the case. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to have to definitely take the phone out of the case. So it could be, it's the screens, I know the screen's still going to dim and shit. So that's, I think, the one thing that really annoys me as of late when live streaming is the screen dims so much it can't see shit. Especially if it's sunny. That sun trying to come out. It's doing its darndest. Doing its darndest to try to come out. And I wish stuff was open today. I would have taken you guys onto the Wonder Wheel. Yeah, the case does fit well. I have an Osmo SE. So it works fine. You know what's funny though? I never take the mount off the gimbal. There's a magnetic mount on this gimbal. I just leave it on. I don't take it off. I don't like put the phone on it and then attach it to it. I just put it in the way I used to put it in with the old gimbal. So. Schwitzing weather, absolutely. Tomorrow's definitely some schwitzing weather. And then hopefully we can get an early live stream in on Wednesday before the rain comes. I don't know what I'm going to do on, well, Thursday I'm going to work in the morning, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to rain in the morning, but I don't know about live stream time. I think like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know what the weather's going to be like then. So, all in all, we will see how the week plays out. As we go underneath the Steeplechase Pier. Under the boardwalk, everyone, under the boardwalk. The closest thing you're going to get to it. People just, you know, those people in the blanket right next to the water, I hope they realize that the tide is coming in right now. So they may have to move. Maybe a flight sim on Friday, yeah, if it's raining. Or Thursday if I have to come straight home from work. But we'll see. We'll see. We haven't done any simulator stuff in a while. That sun, boy. You know, when the sun comes out just a little bit, it gets noticeably warmer. And you see people are just sitting right next to the water here. They'll realize once they get very wet, absolutely. But yes, the tide is coming in. See, now this is where everyone hangs out, over in this section here. Here in the amusement district, the west, historically called West Brighton area. Your E is effed up, it's okay. I can still figure it out. It's okay. But here we are. Yeah, maybe, Neville, maybe. Yeah, see, considering how many people are down here on the beach, I'm surprised that, well, these kids are back at school. That's why the amusement district is closed. They were open for spring break. Got a husky in the water, having a good day. Cooling off. A lot of people just hanging out here, enjoying the nice weather. Yeah, if there is a huge temperature drop, Diana, you know, I'm just gonna go right home anyway. Julie B, good to see you. You remember being on the beach as a child and the guy walking around with a cooler and a Budweiser and such? Absolutely. You ever see that scene, Julie B, in Summer Rental when John Candy comes walking out onto the beach with the cooler and then the cooler starts leaking the ice water? Like, when I think of summer, I think of Summer Rental with John Candy. That's summertime for me. That's like summertime. One of my favorite movies of all time. Brown Eye Girl, good to see you, Brown Eye Girl. Doing great. Doing great. Clouds play a role as a blanket. Sometimes, yeah. I think it's just so warm now that, yes, I don't think we're going to have a big, huge temperature drop. But yeah, a lot of people down here in the amusement district. You just remember the way the guy said Budweiser, very distinct. Oh, yeah. Crazy Coney Island Kid can sing nice vocals, absolutely. He's the Coney Island crooner. Crazy Coney Island Kid. He's the Coney Island crooner. And he's recording some more songs. So, if you're not following Crazy Coney Island Kid, you gotta follow Crazy Coney Island Kid. A couple of interesting characters down here on my beach. We'll take this down to we'll take this beach down to like the hour mark, and then we'll begin to make our way back on the boardwalk.
Yeah, he's a Coney Island crooner. Crazy Coney Island kid. The original Coney Island crooner of the new millennium. There it is. There's the Wonder Wheel. The 104-year-old Coney Island Wonder Wheel. And there's Crazy Coney Island Kid's channel. Everybody follow Crazy Coney Island Kid, the original Coney Island crooner. Usually operating the Phoenix roller coaster in the shadow of the Wonder Wheel. And actually, if you follow Dino's Wonder Wheel Park on Instagram, there's a picture of Crazy Coney Island Kid operating the Phoenix. They're looking for some new hires. And if you want to work anywhere in Coney, work in Dino's Wonder Wheel Park. It's a family operation. They really care about their employees. But I'm glad you're enjoying this from Diana Lee. Like I said, a nice relaxing walk along the beach. Paul's daughter is open. Hey, all right. Paul's daughter is open. And activity 79 with a 10 Swedish krona super chat. Activity 79, thank you so much for the very generous 10 Swedish kronars. Thank you so much for joining today's 5 kronar club 2 times today. Much, much, much appreciated. The big 10 Swedish kronar super chats. Thank you so much, Activity 79. Thanks for sponsoring today's walk along the beach. Taking it easy today before we head back into the city tomorrow. There's Dino's Wonder Wheel Park's Instagram. Thank you so much, Neil. You see a picture of Crazy Coney Island Kid. Now we're due for a Phoenix ride, so we'll be riding the Phoenix maybe on Sunday. We'll go to the Mermaid. We'll go to the Mermaid markets and get a ride in or two. And Coney Island Jim took that photo. Of course Jim took that photo. If you don't know, everyone, Coney Island Jim takes all the photos. And also creates Coney Island Kid and Coney Island Jim, both actual Coney Island polar bears. That's right. And I can't believe how warm the water is already. It's 52 degrees Fahrenheit already. So the water temperature has gone up really quick. Who knows how warm it's going to be by June, July. But yeah, Jim takes all the photos. If you ever saw a photo, well, a lot of the photos on Dino's Wonder Wheel Park's page, and of course almost all of the Luna Park media pages, that's probably a photo taken by Coney Island Jim. I actually met Coney Island Jim thanks to doing photographs down here. Right? The water's actually close to 57. What the hell? It's really that warm? Holy crap. I could almost go in that water now. When it hits like 65, I could usually go in the water. Wow. For a Coney Island polar bear, that is too warm. That is too warm. Not fun. I'm kind of nervous about how warm the water temperatures are going to get down in southern Florida. Last summer in the Florida Keys, the water hit, 90 degrees? That is too warm. It'll be 65 by the end of the month. Holy crap. That seems too warm too quick. Coney Island Jim is a great guest host. Absolutely. Absolutely. We got a lot of great guest hosts here on the live stream. Okay, it's 5:30. Guess we'll keep on going down for another half hour or so. Maybe make our way all the way down to the end of the boardwalk before turning around. Yeah, the coral's bleached. It is very real there, Julie B. Absolutely. Aloha, Fawn Marie. Good to see you. Did I bring my own ice cubes? They're in the refrigerator, Diana. They're in the refrigerator. My crock! I lost my crock! That's true. Yeah, Jim is the Andy Richter. Is my Andy Richter, absolutely. And Karen J. McLean just became a member of Dutch Schmoz Plus. One of us! One of us! Karen J. McLean, thank you so much for being a member of Dutch Schmoz Plus. Thank you so much for having faith in me as a content creator. And thank you so much for joining the club. Gooba gabba, one of us, one of us. Y'all, we needed a graphic for new channel members, and Karen J. McLean has officially triggered it for the first time. So thank you so much, Karen. Thank you so much again for having faith in me as a content creator. Welcome to the club. You like that, Julie B? It plays into my demographics. So if you know about that movie, Freaks from the 1930s, it plays into the demographics of this channel. Good to see you there, Norm, out there in Bangor, Pennsylvania. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. And actually, I didn't have to make that graphic at all. Didn't have to add any text to it. It was like that. Something about the seagulls on the beach. Yes, indeed. Millard Thompson, good to see you. That's right. If you don't know about the movie Freaks, add it to your list now. You have faith. Oh, I appreciate that, Karen. I appreciate that. This tide's coming in quick. I can feel myself, as I've been doing this walk, I can feel myself being pushed over to the right as we've been doing this. We've been now on for 50 minutes. Yes, thanks to all the channel members why this broadcast is brought to us in this stunning quality that it is. And Julie B. OG just became a member of Dutch Schmoz Plus. One of us, one of us. Julie B, thank you so much for becoming a member of Dutch Schmoz Plus. Please enjoy the custom emojis. Thank you so much for having faith in me as a content creator. One of us, one of us. Thank you so much there. Thank you so much there, Julie B OG. Awesome. Appreciate it, Julie B. Thank you so much for continuing your membership. Millard loves the sound of the waves. Absolutely. What prompted us to go to Rochester to see the Kasama exhibit. Yes, indeed. Yeah, so that was our mission. Me and the Duchess traveled the country to go see Yaya Kasama's exhibits. So originally we wanted to go up to Rochester to catch the eclipse and go to the Kasama exhibit, and I'm happy we didn't go to Rochester for the eclipse. It was cloudy like it is here right now. The hotels in Rochester were just outrageous. The hotel that we stayed at for $110 a night was $1,100 a night for the eclipse week. So I don't feel like spending a whole month's worth of rent for a couple of nights, or more than that. But Ramona, celebrating 28 months of Dutch Schmoz Plus. Thank you so much, Ramona. for being a channel member for the last 28 months. Ben Schuster, good to see you. Ahoy, ahoy. That was a very interesting location. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Tomorrow you'll join up again. Awesome, Millard. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Derek. Happy evening out there in Glasgow. Like the way I handled the guy. He was a little out of it there, brown-eyed girl. It was sad. He seemed harmless. He just wanted somebody to talk to, you know. But to see him strung out in downtown Rochester, looking for cigarette butts on the sidewalk there was. Oh, your new subscriber? Awesome! Thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. Welcome, new subscriber. Welcome, new subscriber. Good to see you, Brian Davis. Welcome. Yeah, no, it was brown-eyed girl. It was sad. That's the thing I'm going to be left with. That's the thing I'm like that kind of holds on with me about Rochester. It's just like that scene was kind of sad. Yeah, exactly. He was just a little slow, not a druggie. But when I went out to the store later that evening, he was strung out on something, but he was looking for cigarette butts on the floor, and he didn't even notice me pass. And I was kind of walking fast anyway because there were some other very disconcerting characters around. And it was just kind of crazy, like walking down a street, seeing somebody shoot up heroin in a bus stop, some other people doing other things in kind of abandoned building doorways, and then just one guy just randomly sitting on a bench listening to some music on a Bluetooth speaker, rolling a blunt, having a jolly old time. Yeah, exactly, Julie. But yeah, it was sad. That's the one thing I'm gonna kind of be left with, is that whole, just that scene. I mean, an abandoned city, it's kind of crazy. It's an abandoned city. I mean, we literally had abandoned skyscrapers all around us. What was the biggest thing was that there was a building next door to our hotel, and the building used to have a revolving restaurant, and the whole thing is empty. And like and the architecture is fairly modern. It's like 1960s, 1970s. So yeah, just like Rotterdam. You know what though, CBRT, when I visited Rotterdam, now this was a while back. This was in 2004, so this is 20 years ago. I didn't get that sense from Rotterdam. Like Rotterdam had like energy. Buffaloes like that on a larger scale. Yikes. Thanks for the heads up there, Jim. Yeah. But again, traveling, of course, makes you more grateful from where you come from. So I've never been more proud in my life to come from Brooklyn, live in Brooklyn. Can it be rejuvenated? Absolutely. If the art scene really takes a hold and they make it somewhat affordable for everyone to live, then absolutely. And they got to get rid of that inner loop highway, which they are in the process of doing. You know somebody who teaches at the Eastman School? Yeah. Yeah, Kodak still has a presence, but it's a lot smaller. There's no place like home, no. Rochester is Rochester is nowhere near as bad as Buffalo. Yikes. That's scary. That's scary. But good to see you, RGB. There is no place like home. Absolutely. Yeah, South Rotterdam is unsafe the last 20 years. Oh, man. Amsterdam was fine, too. But this is 20 years ago I visited the Netherlands. I didn't get that vibe from Amsterdam either. So the ugly inner loop. Detroit's a great example of a city rebounding. Yeah. From what I hear, Detroit is making a comeback because it's focusing on creative people. And I think any city could have, if they have a creative population there creating art and stuff, it's gotta thrive. But yeah, absolutely, Ben. Ben, some parts of Rochester were really nice. especially when we walked from the Memorial Art Museum to Highland Park. The houses, the architecture, the variety of apartment buildings, it was really nice. And you could tell that the neighborhood had some life to it. People having coffee on the street, you know, cafes and stuff like that, restaurants. There was more life on South Goodman Street than there was on Main Street in the middle of downtown Rochester. So there was more life on Lake Avenue, which is evidently really dangerous. Oh yeah, and they did find a body in the Genesee River while we were there. Yeah, they did find a body. So it was like, and there was this really annoying weather guy. My takeaways from downtown Rochester, watching the Wham Cam on ABC 13. And Rochester is such a small market, they merged the local news with the ABC and Fox affiliate. So it's kind of funny watching Good Morning America on Wham 13, Wham ABC 13, and then they tell you like to change the channel. Like, tune on in to Fox 38 and watch Good Day Rochester. And it's like, wow. They're trying to take away from the network coverage. I don't know. I just found it interesting. The buildings were amazing. Rochester pull up the sidewalk at 8. Okay? The Kodak building was cool. It's not empty, evidently. The Kodak building is not empty. Interesting what people say about creative people. Some South Coast towns in England are being rejuvenated by artists. Absolutely. Robojacks, it's always the artists that turn around areas that kind of have faded away. If you look at like Dumbo here in Brooklyn is a great example of a neighborhood that nobody wanted to be in the 1960s and 70s. And then just 20 years later, it's like one of the most expensive places to live in the whole city. And Red Hook too, Red Hook, Brooklyn. It's very similar. Good to see you, Yulia, welcome. Karen Smith 20 years ago saw people shooting up on the street in Amsterdam. Yes, I did too. When I visited Amsterdam in 2004, I saw people shoot up heroin in the park. It's legal if you do it in certain places. But like, I remember when I went to the Netherlands, people said that Rotterdam was like sketchy. I didn't find it any more sketchy than like Brooklyn. So you just had to do some common sense stuff and it wasn't a big deal. But yeah, I saw people shoot up heroin in Amsterdam. Kodak had ceased trading, but they still sell products. And they have a small factory in Rochester. And the Kodak headquarters buildings is still occupied by Kodak. So Greenpoint, Karen, Greenpoint's probably one of the best neighborhoods in the whole city. There's a really nice coffee scene in Greenpoint. So like a lot of great coffee shops, bagel spots. It's also historically a Polish neighborhood. So you get some amazing kielbasa in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. But I think the best part about Greenpoint, besides the fact that you get amazing Midtown Manhattan skyline views, is the architecture in Greenpoint itself. It's very varied. And you could go from like industrial areas right into like really nice residential areas. And it's because of that, you have a studio up there called the Broadway Stages, where they film Law and Order, Blue Bloods, FBI, and they're constantly using Greenpoint because there's so many different varieties of homes in that area of Brooklyn. So you could really get a nice idea of what Brooklyn living is like in Greenpoint. JC Droid, good to see you. Welcome. More than welcome, Karen. We gotta go for a walk through Greenpoint. I gotta show you, because it's interesting. They're always filming stuff up there, and it's because how varied the streets look. You could find streets with like little 3-floor walk-ups, you know, brownstones, and then you could get whole blocks that are like apartment buildings, project-like buildings, and then of course you get that waterfront, and that's the real That's the real winning part of the neighborhood is the waterfront. But yeah, Greenpoint's a really awesome neighborhood. Even back back into the 90s, I remember Greenpoint being just a nice place. Now, as somebody who used to go to warehouses for various raves and parties in the 90s, I could remember parts of Greenpoint and mostly Williamsburg just being warehouses everywhere. And this is where you would have these parties. And also Long Island City, a lot of places where there were warehouses, and there were warehouse parties in the 90s. And that I remember very vividly. Good to see you, Senor I Don't Give a Fuck. Welcome. And MS, welcome. Good to see y'all. Thank you so much, everyone, for hitting that thumbs up. Let's keep it going. McCarran Park is kind of like on the border of Williamsburg and Greenpoint. Yeah, McCarran Park has come a long way too. Okay, we're almost to Tatiana. I guess we'll just go all the way down and then walk onto the beach. Walk onto the boardwalk, Walk onto the boardwalk when we get down to the end. But considering there's like a lot of people out, it's not cold. I'm actually officially sweating underneath my hat. So take it for what you will. And it's warm out here. Do I ever do food reviews? Not really. I'm not a food review kind of guy. I don't do mukbangs or anything like that. No. If I have, then I might do a food review, but I'm not a food review channel per se. It is very humid, Jim. Yeah. Very humid out here. Soupy, I would say. But I have a feeling tomorrow is gotta perform tomorrow. I think I have a fully booked tour tomorrow. And then I do a live stream for you. We're gonna go to show you it on Saturday. A little bit, so we got uh-oh. Let me know. Chat. So much for the very generous. Thanks for joining today's. All right, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. All right. All right. Let's see if that helped out, but let's try it again. And Betty with a $20 super chat. Betty, thank you so much for a very generous $20 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club 4 times today, Betty. Much appreciated with a big $20 super chat. But yeah, sounds on the fritz. I think this splitter is finally going. But thank you so much, Betty. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's live stream. Yay for sound. Looks like we got the good sound back. Actually, I'm going to leave the microphone like that. But we're back. Got audio back. Thank you so much, guys. World War Z was filmed in Glasgow, and they turned the city into New York. Yes, indeed, I could imagine. I'm surprised more production companies don't use Rochester to film, because it's like nobody up there. Hopefully we fixed the sound now, guys. It's finally... Oh, there we go. Look at this. Oh. Uh-oh. All right. Yeah, we're having problems with the... We are definitely having problems with the splitter now, finally. This splitter's been with us now for over 6 months. So usually after 6 months, it finally goes. I'm going to have to get a new pack of these. Yeah, darn splitter. Is it still choppy? Should I just disconnect the microphones, guys? Let me know. Let me know. If it's still choppy, I'll just disconnect it. It's okay now. Bouncing in and out. Okay, we have conflicting reports here. Let's see. Okay for now. All right. Good afternoon, Cliff. Cuts in and out, but seems to be better. Okay. Seems better now. Okay. Yeah, I could see like the level was acting weird before. I think you guys were getting some interference, but I think we're good now. But I think we're going to retire. I think we're going to retire this splitter today. Seems good now. All right. Thank you so much, Betty. And thank you so much, Betty, for sponsoring the live stream. Betty just sent me $20. Betty, I'm going to buy the splitters with that because the splitters cost like $8. Are we still having feedback? Let me know. My morning was great. My morning was great. A lot better. All right. No feedback there. I sound like me. Okay, no feedback. All right, cool beans. I thank you so much, Betty. Sound is good. All right. We're good now. Okay. I'm really watching my levels now closely because I think it was doing the high pitch sound for you guys. Stable at the moment. Let's see how long it lasts. That's the one thing I don't like about my setup, is this little splitter here. This little splitter is like the crux on the whole system. It is the Achilles heel of this live stream. Yeah, it was like high pitched, right? Seems I have lost colors. Okay. Well, it's a cloudy day, so kind of a gray day out here today. Luckily, it's not too windy. The splitter is used to so I could have the microphones plugged in and power the phone. So the phone and the battery are both connected at the same time through the lightning port. Yes, tonight's the Met Gala. There is no reliable. Well, you know what it is, Nebul? It's an aftermarket third-party device. So, unfortunately, there is no official iPhone. There is no official iPhone microphone power splitter. So, color is good there. Do I use a GoPro camera? No, this is an iPhone 12 Pro. I have recorded stuff with my GoPro, but yeah, I don't. To live stream with a GoPro is not very not very reliable. I am looking into setting up what the walking commuter has, a Bella box, so I could use my pocket, my Osmo Pocket, which may be a good or a bad idea because if that thing gets warm, that thing heats up, especially if you're filming 4K stuff. But evidently Bella boxes are really good at maintaining a cell signal. Sarcasm doesn't play too well over text, Oleg. So I don't know if you're being serious or not. The whole thing about it there, mister, is that you have to plug in through the whatchamacallit. I gotta plug this in through the lightning port. And I think I have a pretty good microphone setup. So I don't think the microphone setup per se will help out, issues like with the splitter. It's the splitter, it's the splitter. So I have the we're running on the Rode 2 wireless system. So JC Joy still has an iPhone 8. Awesome. Yeah, you and my mom. My mom still has her iPhone 8. Well, we're almost to the end of the beach. Almost to the end of the beach. I think we'll start turning up now. And then we'll walk along the boardwalk. Narts, good to see you. Madgun states that, or asks, did I know that Egerton was one of the worst neighborhoods in Rochester when I went there? No, I did not, Madgun. No, I did not. Good to see you, Nart. Welcome. Privyet, privyet. Welcome to Little Odessa. We're officially on the Brighton Beach side of the beach. Ooh. Little dog's gonna come and get me. Yes. Little dog's gonna come and get me. Almost to the boardwalk here. Begin to make our way back along the boardwalk. Ankle biter, yeah. Total ankle biter there, Robo Jacks, absolutely. Good to see you, Leonard Smith. It's a shame that Brighton Beach in the UK doesn't have this sort of... I know, you guys got pebbles over there, Leonard. Yeah, this is like a... This is sand. But if I ever visit the United Kingdom again, I would love to go to that Brighton Beach. And of course I want to live stream in Blackpool Pleasure Beach. That's like a bucket list item for me. Ride the big one. But I really want to visit Blackpool Pleasure Beach once in my life. All right. Brighton Beach. Da, Little Odessa. Da. Ah, look at that, sun's trying to come out. It's doing its darndest. Yeah, that's true. You can't make a sandcastle with pebbles. That's true. Yeah, no, Dindin. I've seen videos of Brighton Beach in the United Kingdom. Yeah, it looks really nice. Nice vibe down here right now. Real chill here on the Brighton Beach side of the boardwalk. Real chill out here today. And it is humid as hell. 70 degrees. Current relative humidity of 70%, with the wind blowing out of the southwest at 4 miles an hour. So a very light wind. I wouldn't be surprised if the humidity and the barometric pressure is acting up, is making the splitter act up. Absolutely, Dindin, yeah. Probably one of the most famous restaurants here in New York City is right here along the boardwalk here in Brighton Beach, Brooklyn, and that's Cafe Tatiana. Passing Coney Island Avenue. Now we're going west again. We were going east, now we're going west again. Keep on hitting that thumbs up, guys. Let's get to 150 likes. That would be fantastic. Tomorrow we'll be back in Manhattan, and we got some really fun to show you guys tomorrow. Robinson Lopes, good to see you. Yes, indeed, Diana, absolutely. Cliff states that between the Met Gala and the Knicks' second round playoff game, you don't want to be in Manhattan right now. Yeah, no, Manhattan's not for everyone when it's crowded. As for me, I have no choice. Got to go into Manhattan tomorrow, but I won't be there tonight. Hopefully everybody has a great time at the Met Gala and Knicks playoff game. It's 1994 all over again. And let's see what happens with the sports teams in the playoffs. Yeah, 161. Now we're up to 164. Coming up to Brighton 6th Street. And Cafe Tatiana's in this building coming up right over there. But of course, this is the filming location for the movie Requiem for a Dream. This is where the mom lives, and unfortunately ends up in her own little nightmare. They film a lot of this right over there on the sidewalk. And the post office box, the mailbox is actually there. So the mailbox they actually use in the movie is here on the corner. Here, let me show it to you guys. It's pretty cool. Yeah, there it is. There's the mailbox used in the movie Requiem for a Dream. Behind that car that has the trunk open. Get. Be excited. Be excited. Get excited. I feel bad for her character in that movie. But here is Cafe Tatiana. Right here. Boardwalk Beer Garden and Shawarma. Boardwalk Beer. Oh, it's actually called, but new place here. Boardwalk Beer Garden. Oh, I like the logo. That's cool. That's cool. Cal676 states that as a child of the 80s, used to spend time at Brighton Beach at the bathhouses. Too bad they tore them down. Yes, indeed. Good to see you, Emily. Welcome. And here is Tatiana. Good for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and banquets. And you have the Tatiana Grill down the way. But I like that. Boardwalk Beer Garden. Ooh, they're playing that TikTok song. But here we are, the Boardwalk and Beach, Coney Island style. Wow, once I stopped walking, 20 people immediately tune out. Makes me think they're bots. Oh, he's not walking, they're just gonna tune out. Oh, JC. Well, Southern New Jersey's nice too. Gotta love Tatiana's, absolutely. Some good borscht can be found in Tatiana. I'm not a fan of the borscht, but hey, never know. Chill vibe out here though today. Real chill. I know, Diana. I know you're not no bot. That's kind of funny though. I show the sign, and we immediately lose 20 viewers. He's like, he's out walking. He's reading signs. Nice out here. Real nice out here today. Yes, indeed, Emily. Yes, indeed. You guys commenting aren't bots, obviously. But tomorrow, we'll have a fun day tomorrow. We're going to have a fun one tomorrow. They don't know what they're missing, absolutely. Into the lens, absolutely. Ramona is not a bot. Ramona, you're not a bot, Ramona. You guys aren't bots. You guys aren't bots. That sun is doing his darndest to try to come out. The doggies will say hello. Woof woof. Woof woof. Woof woof to the doggies. Woof woof. And meow to the cats. Meow 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 to the cats. Oh, this guy just rocking out on his guitar. Oh, that's fun. Street Shred, New York. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Street Shred, New York. Follow him on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Street Shred, New York. What does the fox say? I don't know what the fox says. How will I address the hedgehog? I have no idea. Same with love you. Oh, absolutely, absolutely, Emily. I love dogs. Hell yeah, right? Wasn't that neat? Oh, you like that, RoboJax? Give him a follow. Give him a follow. That's the magic of New York. You never know what the hell you got to see. I would stop if I had dollar bills. I would tip them $1 or $2 if I had dollar bills on me. And I'll give them a shout out. Street Shred, New York. Probably around 2 o'clock, Karen. 1:30, 2 o'clock. We should be live tomorrow. If not, maybe a little earlier than that. It all depends on how early I end my tour. And it is going to be warm, so I might need a little breather after the tour before I start up the stream. But around 1:30, 2 o'clock, I think we should be on tomorrow. And we're going to see a really cool art exhibition. Arj, I thought it was going to rain today like yesterday. It's going to rain later on. I think it's going to rain overnight, if I'm not mistaken. Then the sun comes out tomorrow. Tomorrow is the pick of the week. And then we have chances for rain Wednesday evening into the night. And Thursday, I think it's going to rain Thursday into the evening and night again. So, there you go, Dan. I didn't know that. Wow, look at this big hole in the boardwalk. Wow. Ethan G is pretty skeptical that it's going to rain. Yeah, no. It all depends on the winds. Yeah, it's all opened up. This boardwalk is in desperate shape because of the Parks Department and Police Department driving rather heavy vehicles over the wood surface here. There we go. Thank you so much, Ramona. There is the Street Shred NY Instagram page. I'm going to have to follow that too, Ramona. Thank you so much for posting the link. Give him a follow. Sounds like he goes around New York City shredding on his guitar. So in other words, giving off good energy to random passers-by. The magic of New York. My Mia, good to see you. Have not watched YouTube on your smart TV in a long time. Okay. That sun trying to come out. Approaching Ocean Parkway, sorry. Approaching Ocean Parkway. The first bike lane in New York, actually the first bike path in the United States. 1898 or 1895. The Ocean Parkway is completed. The Parkway system, courtesy of Frederick Law Olmsted. But I'm gonna have to give that Street Shred NY a follow. Cause he was shredding, man. The Ocean Parkway, right here. If we take Ocean Parkway all the way up, all the way north, we will encounter the Prospect Expressway and Prospect Park. Taking you into the heart of the borough of Brooklyn. Love the scroll work on the street lamps. You know, those are fairly new, Karen. These street lamps are probably, I'm going to say maybe 20, 25 years old. They're not too old. They are fairly new. Made in the olden style. Great example of sideways walking here. Hey, these lamps are fairly new. Yeah, photos. You know, a nice sky. Yes, indeed. Cliff Padilla's cardiologist is on Ocean Parkway, and he has an appointment tomorrow. Hopefully it goes good there, Cliff. Good to see you. Into the Lens. You dig the bike video I did a few years ago? Yes. Yeah, Into the Lens. I have a lot of biking videos from back in the day, but I gotta do some more. I'm glad you like my work. Appreciate it. We've been at it for a while now here on the YouTube. I think this year, since my channel is turning 18 years old, I'm gonna do something special. I'm gonna I think the anniversary is September 20th. I made this channel, 2006. So I know this year I'm going to do something special because it's 18 years old, for God's sake. Not a lot of people could say they had the same YouTube channel for 18 years. It's officially an adult come September. YouTube was 3 years old. Or sorry, 3 months old. YouTube was 3 months old when I started my account. And yeah. Yeah, 2006 is the pre-Google era, yep. Am I going to retire from YouTube? No, probably not, Ethan, not anytime soon. I don't know what would make you think that, but no. There you go, September 14th. Oh, you found the date, September 14th. And it's 2006, yeah. September 14th, 2006. Yeah, it's a long time. And I have content on this channel that predates YouTube from my cable access show. And that was 2002, 2003. So there is material that is on here pre-YouTube, which is just crazy. Actually, come to think of it, I have material on here that's 20 years old. So I'm glad you found me too there, Jay. YouTube was way better before Google. I don't know about that, Cliff. I think it's actually better now, because Google holds them to a higher standard. And out of all the social media apps out there, YouTube has been the most consistent for the last 18 years. So I think YouTube being acquired by Google was a good thing. They're run professionally. They're not like a club. Unlike Twitter and Periscope and all that shit. And I appreciate that, Jay. And, you know, YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world, so. Yeah, you remember YouTube had the friends list? I remember that. Good to see you, Susan. Welcome. Absolutely, Diana. No two streams are alike. That's for sure. Oh, thank you so much, Mary Lily. I'm happy you found my channel, too. I'm happy everyone found my channel. And, you know, a slow rise. We're building our community nice. We have a solid community building up here. So I'm very proud of the community that I've helped create, and you guys helped create through here. So that's why I'm, you know, I handled the chat a certain way, and, you know, the videos that I publish, I handle a certain way. So, and I've always said, I always knew, even back in 2006, that that YouTube was going to be that's going to be the video sharing website. I always knew that. Ah, awesome, into the lens. Appreciate that. Appreciate you and everybody finding me. And the best is still yet to come. Coming up onto the New York Aquarium. I'm an inspiration. I try to be, Nibble. Appreciate that. Yeah, you remember that there, photos? Oh, thank you so much, Natalie. I remember when videos, what was the limit again? The time limit was like 10 minutes. Like, I remember when you could only upload 10-minute videos, or they had to be a certain size. And I remember having to compress videos using a special compression software. I remember all the tricks. And now it's so easy. Absolutely. Thank you so much for finding me, Cliff. I appreciate that, JC. Appreciate that. I'm happy you guys found me. But yeah, we've been through a lot and we've seen a lot. We've seen a lot of people come in. I've seen a lot of people come and go. And I know that's not ending anytime soon. Picard, good to see you. Welcome. Good to see you. Oh, I appreciate that, CB birthday. I appreciate that. I try to entertain you guys as much as I can. And also try to be a little bit informative. I may get my facts wrong from here, there, and Christopher with a $12.03 super chat. Christopher, thank you so much for the generous $12 super PayPal. Thank you so much for joining today's PayPal club. Much, much, much appreciated. The big $12 PayPal. Much appreciated there, Christopher. Can't read your whole name, but I got the first name. Respectful, intelligent. I appreciate that, Karen. Absolutely, Diana. It used to take years to load a video back in the day. Found me doing a Google. Really? There you go. Wow, March 2021. I'm happy you found me, Ramona. Lisa asks, is this real wood or synthetic? So when we came onto the boardwalk at over behind us in Brighton Beach, that's synthetic. This right here, this is Brazilian wood. I forgot the name of it again, but it's from Brazil, this wood. Brazilian oak, is it? Or Brazilian pine? But this is wood right here. This is wood right here. Absolutely, Oleg, absolutely. Good to see you, Leela, out there in Georgia. Welcome. Good to see you, Beach Bum. Welcome. Julie B, we found the sun, Julie B. We found the sun. Yes, indeed. Hopefully that sun stays out. And maybe it'll light up the clouds and give us a little bit of a show. Found the channel as a result of Ivy Lynn. I know, where is Ivy Lynn now? That's true, RoboJax. Courtesy of the Lad Mob, our friend Foss out there in London. That's awesome, RoboJax. Good times at the since 1923, so it's been like this for a while. Obviously, they've replaced the boards over the years, but the boards are in rough shape because of the heavy vehicles that drive on it. And that's why people want to go all synthetic, but then when you go all synthetic, the boardwalk itself retains heat. So we got to figure out a way to create a new boardwalk that is more resistant to heavy traffic and whatnot. Oh, awesome, Karen. Karen, I try to have a unique voice that's nice to listen to, relaxing to listen to, that keeps you engaged. I appreciate that, Karen J. McLean. Iliad Mikhail, good to see you. You wish it was sunny. Why does it look so cloudy? Because there's clouds in the sky. We have a warm front that is stalling and that is slowly passing through New York, and that's what's creating all the clouds. Nibs, good to see you, Nibs, in the box underneath the Wonder Wheel normally. Good to see you, Nibs. Happy to take you to the boardwalk virtually. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, got a little bit of a radio voice. Yes, indeed. That's why I like using the microphones. I could do all my radio tricks. I believe, yes, yesterday was raining, yes. That's how it usually works. Clouds roll in and the clouds produce rain. You don't get too many rainy days when the sun is out. I hope to see you too, Nibs. Probably on Sunday. I want to hit up that mermaid market on Sunday. Me and the Duchess want to hit up the mermaid market. Maybe find some exotic accoutrement for the Mermaid Parade. Approaching Education Hall and the Coney Island Polar Bear Clubhouse. And this is, of course, Polar Bear Club Walk. And it looks like they have got the word from the great Tatiana Restaurant that they're painting some kind of new advertisement for the aquarium here. But it is fun. People are reaching out to Danielle and asking her, is the fish coming back? Is the fish coming back? And I can assure you, and you guys know, the fish was a much beloved addition to the boardwalk, and we miss the fish so much. But it's nice to see something coming along here. Who knows what we're going to see here? Oh no, just lost power, just came back on. Well, Jack, I hope you and the family are safe. And I'm happy your power came back on. Yeah, maybe find more tails, yeah. Maybe. Keep on hitting that thumbs up. Let's hit 200 likes on the video. I was going to have a drink. I was going to have a beer. I saw Paul's Daughter was open, but I guess they closed. Oh. Oh my goodness. How lucky am I? How lucky am I? She's gonna come around. You caught a glimpse of her. Come on this side, come on this side, come on this side, beautiful. How you doing, beautiful? The Duchess has joined me. Right, we gotta go to that mermaid market on Sunday.
Oh, they have them where?
At Coney Island, USA.
Oh, nice.
The mer market.
Oh, nice. I didn't even know.
Yeah. Here comes the. Did you see her, Nibble? See, Nibble spotted you out. Good to see you, Cecile. Welcome. The Duchess is here now. All is good in the neighborhood. You want to get a coffee?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
Is there a rainbow in the sky? Oh, there is. We got a sundog right over there. There's the sundog. Let's zoom in on it. She does walk fast. She's an athlete. Look at that. There's our sundog right there. A little bit of a rainbow. She is getting more and more brave on camera. Yes, indeed. Yeah, look at that. A little bit of a sundog right there. As the seagulls cackle, singing their siren song. I wish the Wonder Wheel was open, my love. We would totally ride the Wonder Wheel right now. Nice and cool. Nice and yeah, nothing's open. And that sun trying to make an appearance here. And when the sun comes out, it gets warm, right? It gets warm when that sun comes out. I have a feeling it's gonna be hot tomorrow. I gotta make sure I dress comfortably tomorrow because it's gonna be a hot one. R. Mike asks, can I still find Coney Island Brewery beer? Yes, you can. Coney Island Brewery beer is still sold in many, many stores and still on draft in many, many bars. But unfortunately, there's no more brewery here in Coney. So, but you can still find Coney Island beer in many, many places. Never a bad day on the Wonder Wheel. Absolutely not. Never a bad day on the Wonder Wheel. But JC Droid with a $2 super chat. JC Droid, thank you so much for the very generous $2 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $2 club. Much, much, much appreciated with a big $2 super chat. He says hello to you, my love. There you go. She's waving back to you. Well, thank you so much, JC Droid, with a big $2 super chat. As we come up to Stillwell Avenue. Ooh, the salmonella chicken vendors are out. Mama, get quiero de salmonello, pollo de la salmonello. Mmm, tastes like salmonella. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes after a couple of beers, it smells really good. Oh, we got a vending machine down. Some tough guy probably kicked over that vending machine. Anyway. Yeah, salmonella is the flavor. That's the flavor right there. Remember that scene in Goodfellas when they're cooking the pork in the prison? They go, oh, that's the flavor. That's the flavor. That's the salmonella. That's the flavor. That's the flavor right there. Like the corn is safe, but I don't know about the meat. But hey, at least something's available here on the boardwalk. Yes, indeed, Oleg. There you go. I appreciate that, Arjan. Absolutely. It's a very, very much a Queens, Long Island movie. Little salmonella never killed anyone. That's right. Keeps you strong, Nibs. It keeps you strong. Oh, they got the Nutcracker table over there. Wow, they got a Nutcracker table. Wow. We got the Nutcracker table? Wow. They got a little wheel like they got to give away gifts. The corn is cooked with the meat, so forget it. Okay. But the salmonella is the flavor. Oh, can we get a Pokemon? Can a Pokemon just fall out of the thing? Can we get a Gengar, please? Arjan went to dinner sad and have been much of dinners lately. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry you've been sad at dinner lately. It's probably weed infused. Liquor that's weed infused. That's you sleep the sleep of ages. If you got that. Having a tough time sleeping. There's a lot of sand up here on the boardwalk. It's okay, Arjan. No need to apologize. I'm sorry you've been sad at your dinners. The sun trying to make its return. Getting ready for tomorrow. Parachute jump. Yes, indeed. Got our parachute jump right there. Not a radio tower. You know, I heard somebody say that once on a live stream, it's a radio tower. I'm like, what crack are they smoking? In a perfect world, that'd be a cell phone tower. Breakfast is the happiest meal? Yes, indeed. Breakfast is the happiest meal. You're just putting chicken to roast? Nice. Enjoy the roasted chicken there, Jack. Enjoy it. Make sure you get all the salmonella out of it. Roast that shit good. And Jay Chulo with a $2 super chat. Jay Chulo, thank you so much for the very generous $2 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $2 club. Much, much, much appreciated. The big $2 super chat. Thanks for sponsoring today's live stream. Yes, it's the Dutch Moz Network Tower. That's right. That's where we broadcast from, right there. Pedro Diaz out there in Los Angeles. Welcome. Anything you don't exactly anything you don't have, anytime you don't have to cook, it's the happiest meal. Okay. Dave in Bangor, Maine. Welcome. Thank you. Yes, there you go. It's a 5G tower spreading COVID-19. There you go. Yes, Q was right. Q was right. Am I better than cable TV? I appreciate that. Especially for the people who pay $5 a month for this programming, yes. Better than cable TV. Better than a subscription to AARP. That used to be a ride, not a radio tower, or not simply called the tower. I've heard that too. It's like, oh, it's called the tower. I'm like, okay. Let's head out onto the pier, the Pat Ayuleta Steeplechase Pier. See what's cooking out here on the pier. You be watching Coronation Street? You know what, Karen? I was working on the member city, which I'm gonna get ready to drop any moment now. I keep on saying that for the longest, but I mean, I think I finally have a version that I really like. And I will be making a Coronation Street on there. So people could say they live on Coronation Street or have property on Coronation Street. And I watch a little bit of Coronation Street. It's okay. I'm more of an EastEnders kind of guy. So lazy Sunday afternoons watching EastEnders on PBS. Then after that, I watch some Justin Wilson, cook some Cajun food, and then after that, I fall asleep to Rick Steves, traveling around Europe. That's a nice Sunday afternoon. You'd rather watch paint dry than watch Corey, and that's what they call it Corey. They don't even call it Coronation. They call it Corey. You're watching Corey again, love. You're watching Corey again. There's that one video here on YouTube where they have the full opening theme to Coronation Street, and they show like 2 seconds of an episode, and the first comment is like, that's the shortest episode of Coronation Street I've ever seen. Episodes were so much shorter back in the day. Oh wow. Tide coming in. Tide coming in. Let's frame up a pretty shot for you guys. I don't know. I think that sun's gonna come out now. I think we're gonna get the sunset, my love. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, people. Let's frame up this shot for you guys. Oh, isn't that nice? Now how can I watch EastEnders and Coronation Street? You'd rather stick a fork in your eye. I like weird TV, but Ramona with a $5 clickety-clack fun super chat. Ramona, thank you so much for donating to the Duchess's clickety-clack shoe fund. Much, much, much appreciated, with a big $5 clickety-clack shoe fund super chat for the Duchess. And she's wearing sneakers. She's wearing her glittery white sneakers. But thank you so much there, Ramona, with a big $5 super chat. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's live stream. Yeah, wallpaper time, guys. This is definitely wallpaper time. Haven't watched PBS in years. There you go. Corey was never the same when it went to color from black and white. Holy shit. The North has been without color. I know, yeah, I know. I could imagine that changed to color, Leonard. Oh my goodness. You like that there, Julie? We got all the best graphics. If you don't know, now you know, you know. The sound of Brooklyn, Biggie Smalls. Beautiful scene here. Beautiful shot. As the tide came in. And you know the tide came in because the jetties are completely underwater. You can't see them anymore. That's right, JR. Penelope Gardner, good to see you. You have to watch Corey on CBC. Oh, you have to. I got to watch Corey on CBC every Sunday morning. Nice. I don't get CBC here in Brooklyn. We got to watch it on PBS. Respect the face. I'm glad you're enjoying the video. Much appreciated.
Had a little blip in the matrix, but we're back, it seems like. Yep, VPN. VPN indeed, Penelope. The watermelon is gone. The watermelon is out to Jersey. The watermelon went out to Jersey. We seem to have a little blip in our connection, but we're back now. Whenever it swings more than 1,500 kpbs, that's how I know we're having a little blip. But shout out to the CBC. And shout out to the what's it called? The City News truck? There is a truck, there is a news van in Toronto that is coming out of a building. Is that the City News or City View? What's the name of that show? I think they're still around. But you have you have an actual news van coming out of a building as part of an advertising campaign, and it's been there for like 30, 40 years now. I believe it's been there since the 90s. And I like watching vintage episodes of that show. And Alfred Hinkle in Canada with a $5 super chat. Alfred Hinkle, thank you so much for the very generous $5 super chat. Thank you so much for joining today's $5 club. Much, much, much appreciated with a big $5 super chat. And that's right, that's Alfred Clues I'm thinking of. Alfred Hinkle, you're in the States. Well, thank you so much, Alfred Hinkle, with a big $5 super chat. Thank you so much for sponsoring today's live stream. I still, you know what, John Lord, that's one of my earliest memories, the tractor trailer on the roof across the street from the Intrepid. I remember that. But there is an actual, it's like a Jeep. It's like a large Jeep that they use for a news van in Canada, in Toronto. City Pulse. Shout out to the City Pulse news van or news truck. Look up the commercial for the City Pulse news truck. It's crazy. It's like this crazy commercial. It's like the City Pulse news truck, and it's like goes over like crazy hills and shit like that, and dirt roads, and there's an ad where it's coming out of a building, and it's still there. That's where City News used to broadcast from. Yeah, it said Yale on it. Yeah, it said Yale on it. I remember that. That's one of my earliest memories, seeing that truck on top of that building across the street from the Intrepid. To me, that's Manhattan. That's Manhattan. That's going to the city. There you go. Yeah, City TV. It's a GMC Suburban coming out of the wall. And I believe it's still there, Neville, right? One of the coolest things to see in Toronto, in my book. The City TV and City Pulse news truck. Or, yeah, right, news truck, you would call it. Like a famous movie director made a commercial for it in the early 90s. And I never lived in Toronto, but I remember finding out about that commercial and kind of obsessing over it low key. The weird things I obsess about, like the Sky Dome. I obsess over the Sky Dome to a certain degree. Sky Dome, Ontario Place, up in Montreal, Habitat. Yeah, CBC News is on YouTube, yeah. CBC News is on YouTube. These clouds rolling in. We're losing that sun again. We are losing that sun again. But at least we hit 200 likes. So that is nice. There you go. Toronto's your second city behind New York. Yeah. Oh, there you go. City TV they moved, right? There you go. They moved, having gone to Young and Dundas due to City TV being acquired by Rogers. There you go. Oh, wow. Wow, thanks for the update, Neville. Yeah, I remember they moved, but they kept the news truck is still there coming out of the building, right? I know it's a very very important bit of pop art in Toronto. And I mean, I visited Toronto just once, but it left such an impression on me that I definitely want to visit again. But I wouldn't mind, you know, the winters are cold there, but I wouldn't mind living there. I watch what's his name, Johnny Strides, do his videos in Toronto, and it's not bad. The Big Smoke is okay, but it's no Big Apple, absolutely. I mean, Brooklyn has a population that's the size of Toronto, right? Toronto's like, what, 2.5 million? So Brooklyn has a comparable population to the entire city of Toronto. The young Hasidic Jewish boys are riding their scooters with speed on way to see the Mashiach. Flying around. And a lot of Jewish people actually on the beach today. So l'chaim to all my Jewish viewers, to life. Hope everyone had a great holiday recently. Ah, Toronto's Hogtown. There you go. Oh, wow. Soon as the guy who owned CHMU died, the Vultures, CY and Plus TV, okay, came out to pluck the bits. Wow. Well, the television industry is a bit ruthless, Neville, you know. The television industry is a bit ruthless. Okay. 12 more minutes. As we enjoy these views here. We'll hang out here for another 12 more minutes, 13 more minutes. And let's see if this sun comes back out. Television is dying, Jim, I agree. That's why I'm live streaming on YouTube, because I think this is just, we're at the ground floor of this crazy YouTube entertainment thing. I think we're just beginning with this whole world, so that's why I'm busting my ass on YouTube. Yes, TSN's the Canadian sports network, that's right. Moz TV is the way of the future, absolutely. Yeah, in the UK, TV is already dead. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know why y'all need to buy TV licenses in the UK. I still don't understand that. You think it already died except for sports? Yeah. I mean, you couldn't, what was the race the other day? Was it the Kentucky Derby the other day? Right, it was Kentucky Derby, the 150th Kentucky Derby. I mean, sports is still needed, and you know, that's why you love creating content. Absolutely, into the lens. You know, I would say everybody, if you make content consistently enough, you will find an audience. Everybody could find an audience, no matter the quality of your video. I'm realizing more and more. You don't have to put in a lot of quality. As long as you have a halfway decent narrative, then you could find an audience. Ah, there you go. Haven't watched TV for about 15 years. Wow. Neville states that TV is dying, just like predicted on Star Trek Next Generation. Or what's that? OTS. TOS. The original series, TOS, the original series. Yes. Yeah, TV is changing. Media is changing, and people are going to find and watch what they want to watch that interests them. And you're getting more niches. You're getting more finite niches in the market. So as more and more people come into the space creating halfway decent content, more and more communities, more and more people are watching, and You like that show from the south of France? Neboul? Yeah. Neboul puts up the best stuff from the south of France. I mean, we need more live streamers in Rochester, New York, and Buffalo, and yeah, spaces and stuff between your ears. Yes, indeed. But anyone and everyone could find their niche and their audience, you know. But just don't go. I always say to people, don't go about it lazy, and don't go for the quick view, because you want to build a meaningful community. You want to live stream Long Island? Live stream in Long Island, yeah. I always say put little routes together, you know, make little points of interest along the way, time out the walk, and then if other stuff comes along the way, it's like a bonus. You know, live streaming for me is a shared experience. So that's what you're doing. You're sharing the experience of what you're looking at. You're sharing the world through your eyes. So show your experience. Hells yeah. But make it more than just putting a phone on a gimbal and merely walking around. The walking genre thing is kind of getting a little bit, it's kind of wearing on me as of late, because a lot of people are entering the space now and they're not bringing anything necessarily new to the genre. They're just merely walking, which is fine. If you just want to walk around, that's fine for the sake of walking, but you know, you change it up. There's so much, especially here in New York City, there's so much shit to show. And get the fuck out of Times Square, for God's sake. I mean, you don't have to be in Times Square every day, but again, people want to watch that, so yeah, Times Square is for tourists. But anyone can find their audience, and I encourage everyone to, you know, you want to start live streaming your locale, live stream and produce content in your world. You will find people who want to watch it. The driving genre too, yeah. I mean, I'll tell you this, John. I was actually watching one of my trucker live streamers today. I think his name is Big87. I could be wrong about that, but this guy literally live streams on the road, like he's trucking, and I find that fascinating because he has kind of interesting topics. But yeah, that's another thing that's kind of annoying to a certain extent too, where they kind of just drive for the sake of driving. You use a Sony Handycam? Nice. Yeah, walk around and find out, yeah. YouTube offers so much more than regular TV could ever even dream of. Absolutely. That's true, Jim. Yeah, no, the people making money here on YouTube really does surprise me. RoboJax, I have to agree. I haven't seen too many live streamers that were up to Foss's level. And it's sad that Foss is in Egypt, right? He made some really good London videos, and there's not too many people up in London that brought it to that caliber. It's tough to live stream in London because of the signal issues. Found some footage horror movies that have been shot on iPhone? Absolutely. Cliff, people have been making full-length features with iPhones for the last few years now. So that is a genre. That is a thing. But get out there, you know, and if you could halfway frame a shot nice and create a nice narrative and don't ramble on, then you will find your audience and you will maintain an audience. You know, I see a lot of people getting a lot of news, a lot of subscribers really fast, and they don't necessarily have an engaged audience. Their audience is kind of fickle. So what's the use of having a big subscriber number if, you know, only a third of those people are actually going to consistently come by on a daily basis? That is one thing that I'm very proud of here on this YouTube channel is that, you know, while we have a relatively low subscriber number, we have a very engaged audience. So you guys who find me, and you guys keep coming back, and I really do appreciate that. And I'd rather have an engaged audience than a massive audience. So, but what's going to happen when we have a massive audience that's also engaged? It should be fun. It should be fun to find out. Of course independent filmmakers use iPhones, yeah. That's how it usually works. There's a thing here in New York City and around the world, it's called the 48-hour film challenge. And that's when you film and edit a movie in 48 hours. I was a part of that one year. It's a kind of a crazy scenario, but yeah. And I think we used B-roll using iPhones, using iPhone 4s. I appreciate that, Frank. I try to bring you a little bit of value. I know I really do appreciate that the time that you guys spend with me, and I don't want to waste your time by giving you crap. So I appreciate that, Frank. I try to keep the quality top notch the best that I can, and also I want to be as honest and open to you guys too. So as the sun tries to come out from behind those clouds, doing its darndest, and it's still nice and warm out here, but it's humid. It's humid. But I really do appreciate the time that you guys spend with me every day that we do this thing. And tomorrow the Duchess found us something absolutely amazing to see. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. You just got to tune in and find out. I appreciate that. Into the Lens, absolutely. Crap live streams are a dime a dozen, John, yeah. I mean, you have people that just talk about like celebrity and they're in their house all day, and you know, there's so many subgenres. I just find it funny that established vloggers don't want to get anywhere near live streaming because they want to maintain their image. I find that pretty telling about the person, that, you know, you're so nervous about showing your true unedited self that you'll never go near a live stream. I think for a lot of these vloggers, I think some vloggers really should dabble more into live streaming, because it is the future. This is going to be, I have a feeling in the near future, most YouTube viewers are going to consume, it's going to be 50-50 live streams and edited content. Right now it's like 20-80. People consume edited content 80% of the time, and then live streams are only about 20%. But that is quickly, those dynamics and those ratios are definitely changing quite a bit. Arjan thinks this is better than the Met Gala. Yeah, I appreciate that. Is there somebody live streaming the Met Gala right now? That's awesome. I want to see Vincent D'Onofrio. Where? It's a pleasure. Oh, I appreciate that, RoboJax. You started watching streams to improve your English, and you haven't improved yet, but you don't care anymore. That's good. Well, Oleg, as long as it's entertaining, but I will do my best to enunciate the words correctly as possible and speak as clearly as possible. I'm not going to mumble. Oh, he caught a fish. Oh, we got a bird just caught. Did you guys catch that? A seagull just caught a fish. Now they're going to dinner. They're having some dinner. Frank says that I think what's so good about my streams is that how much information I have on the places you go. Frank, I'm a tour guide. That's what I have to do, Frank. I have to add some context to what we're looking at, and again, I say this again many times. I'm entertaining myself as much as I'm entertaining you guys. So I'm most likely going to forget about some of the stuff that we're looking at and that we're experiencing. So I make sure to describe it as best possible that I can, because I'm going to watch these videos 10 years from now and entertain myself all over again. So I appreciate that, Frank. But that's what it's all about for me, is you know, edutainment, as I like to call it. Education, entertainment. But do you like this nonsense? Make sure you hit the thumbs up, smash the thumbs up button. Our final few more minutes here before we get going. I think these clouds are going to block the sun at right at the horizon here. Entertaining is a mutual process, absolutely. You'd much rather watch me than Coronation Street. Fawn Marie, I appreciate that. Oh, we lost 2 degrees, 68 degrees now, Fahrenheit. Good to see you, Deborah. I'm happy you're finally able to catch a stream. We haven't been on for the last few days, so I've kind of been laying low the last couple of days since getting back from from the dead city of Rochester. I am so grateful for being on this pier right now compared to Rochester. Have a great night, Into the Lens. But I appreciate that you like to watch me more than Coronation Street. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 7 o'clock on this May 6, 2024. I'm gonna grab a coffee and head on home. Did you find this live stream by accident? Did you find it interesting? Did you find it enjoyable? Make sure to subscribe to the Dutch Maz Family Networks here on YouTube and on Instagram, all same name at Dutch Maz. Make sure you hit the notification bell because I never know when I'm going to go live next. We'll be back at it again tomorrow around 1:30, 2 o'clock Eastern time, and we're going to see some really cool art. So make sure you have the notification bell turned on and get ready for it because we're going to have some fun. But from the Steeplechase Pier here in Coney Island, this is the Duchess and Dutch Maz signing off. Have a fabulous Coney Island day, whether you live here or not. Hug your loved ones, cherish those sweet moments. And good evening and good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.